There's a lot of talk these days about artificial intelligence and also the huge data centers that run it. Those data centers use a massive amount of power, and in some areas of the country, residential electric rates have jumped as data centers grabbed power from the open market. So here in Arizona, we have several big data center projects on the horizon. So the question here is, could our rates go up because of this? In an exclusive interview, 12 News asked that question to the man who runs our state's biggest utility.
And the transformer transforms the voltage from the voltage that's being produced at the battery level to what's acceptable on the grid.
Arizona Public Service President Ted Geisler takes us on an exclusive tour of the company's new Agave battery storage facility west of Phoenix.
This is one of the battery units. It's actually worth 1 megawatt. 1 megawatt serves about 160 homes.
The batteries sit right next to the massive 1,100-acre Agave solar site. Hundreds of thousands of solar panels stretching into the horizon. Next to them, a big natural gas power plant soon to be enlarged. And then just down the road, the Palo Verde nuclear generating station. Arizona, though, is still thirsty for power. The valley set a record for electricity usage last year. And with multiple data centers coming online here, APS has to raise its power generation now by more than 50%. How much power is that?
That's bigger than the entire electric demand of cities of Salt Lake City or Charlotte, North Carolina.
Like Salt Lake City or Charlotte was just dropped on top of Phoenix.
Exactly, within a very short amount of time.
Here's why. A typical big box store like a Walmart uses about 1 megawatt of electricity during the summer. But a data center the same size uses 400 megawatts.
So 400 times the electric demand that a normal big box store would require. It makes sense then that the cost of infrastructure to be able to serve them is going to be that much higher, and that's why we insist that they pay their fair share.
So how much would that be? For like a typical data center, what kind of check would they have to write to you to get going?
It varies on each size, but we're talking hundreds of millions.
So who's going to pay for this? Customers in some East Coast cities have seen their bills skyrocket as data centers buy up the electricity on the open market. But Geisler says that will not happen with APS.
Because current electric rates are taking advantage of infrastructure that's been around for decades. Our customers are benefiting from that. New data centers shouldn't benefit from that because they require new infrastructure. So they should pay for all the new infrastructure, and our existing customers should still benefit from some of the legacy infrastructure that they helped pay for years ago.
So you can assure somebody living in Peoria or Goodyear or North Phoenix that they're not paying for these data centers?
That's correct.
100%.
That's correct.
Geisler said the big data centers would only have to pay for the infrastructure to connect them to the grid. They'll also be forced to pay a rate for electricity that's 45% higher than what we pay as residential customers. Now, APS is owned by a publicly traded for-profit company. It currently has a residential rate increase in front of the Arizona Corporation Commission. It says to cover the rising cost of infrastructure that doesn't have anything to do with these data centers. Arizona's Attorney General says, though, the 14% rate increase being requested is too high, and she has promised to fight it.